ये बस इतना ही आ रहा है, इसका बहुत ज्यादा नहीं आ रहा है ना, ये वाला इतना ही आ रहा है।
यहाँ यहाँ क्लिक करो।
यहाँ।
देखिए ये नहीं, ये देखिए ये हो गया।
हाँ।
ये
क्या? अच्छा, ये चीज नहीं, मेरे मेरे का कि ये जो डिटेल आ रहा है
कौन सा?
वो डिटेल बहुत नहीं आ रहा है।
ठीक, एक मिनट रुकिए।
फिर उसको लगा दो, लगा दो, दरवाजा लगा दो। पर दो फिर। हाँ बस है।
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have made you presenter, sir. I have given the privilege to you, sir. So now
Right.
you can just try to, sir, just share the PPT.
Sir, namaskar.
नमस्कार नमस्कार। नमस्कार नमस्कार। नमस्कार अवस्थी जी।
Sir, नमस्कार। मतलब
नमस्कार नमस्कार। हाँ।
ये भी एक बड़ा अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म हो गया कि हम लोग इतने डिस्टेंस पे एक दूसरे को देख करके बात कर
हाँ
सकते हैं।
हाँ। This is a good opportunity, and COVID
बिल्कुल
has
बिल्कुल
given the
बिल्कुल सर।
challenges as well as the opportunities also.
राइट 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 सर।
Just after 2 minutes formally, I will start.
राइट राइट सर।
Sir. Good afternoon to Dr. Awasthi, the resource person of the today's workshop. My dear participants, the research scholar of the Faculty of Commerce, the Department of Commerce, and it's a great pleasure for us that we are in the 5th day of the workshop. I'm welcoming Dr. Brajesh Awasthi, Adjunct Professor Data Analytics, University Jaipur, Rajasthan. I'm highly obliged for the Professor Awasthi. It's been time for us and to say data analysis which need to us because as for quality research concerned, the data collections and the analysis and the research, these are the more important points for the empirical study. If any researches cannot consist certain the empirical qualities and the new findings, that will not be given the credit by the society at large. Professor Brajesh Awasthi, faculty and trainer of data analytics. He has more than 20 years in research experience. Professor Awasthi holds a doctorate in management from Rajasthan and Graduate of Commerce from APS College Jaipur. He is a researcher and dedicated teacher who is having interest and expertise in the field of data analytics. Professor Awasthi is also a certified trainer for share his knowledge about SPSS, R, Python, and Advanced Excel, and has conducted several workshops FDPs on data analysis. Apart from data analytics, his areas of research and teaching are research methodology, quantitative techniques, human resource management, and etc. He has a workshop on data analytics, our research and how to write research papers. He has presented numerous research papers to various national and international conferences conducted at various reputed institutes, that is IIMs, IITs, FMS New Delhi, and etc. He has also been shortlisted to participate in various workshops sponsored by ICT and UGC. Professor Awasthi is the recipient of various awards, that is Best Faculty Award and Best Paper Presentation in the conference. Again, it's a great honor for us that we have a resource person like Professor Brajesh Awasthi. It's my request from Professor Brajesh that, with your technical expertization, you just give the focus to our participants also, that how they can write a best research papers and what quality should be included in their research papers, because on the basis of your details biodata, I have to know that you are the expertise in writing the research papers also. So again, on behalf of the faculty, I am welcoming from the Professor Awasthi, and please, I hope from our students, they will take keen interest, feedback, and need any questions through the chat they will ask. And to all my research scholars, I want to communicate the message that I am collecting their feedback day by day. And after the completion of the courses on 11th of January 2021, in the presence of Honorable Vice Chancellor, the chairperson of the university, they will provided the certificate indicated with his performance, A grade, B grade, C grade, or D grade also. So they must take their care and interest to participants and ensure their participation in terms of the feedback. Again, Professor Vesti, welcoming you. I will directly, indirectly in touch online, but Dr. Ayush Kumar, the faculty member, will coordinate you. Okay, sir. Thank you. This will be first session from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Your topic is testing of hypothesis, parametric and non-parametric testing SPSS. And after the half an hour break from 2:30 to 3, again your second session will start from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot for providing me such a great opportunity in your esteemed institute. And I am very much thankful to this network technology that I am sitting in Jaipur and conducting workshop at Varanasi. It is great pleasure for me also, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so formally, good afternoon, everyone. Today we will discuss about data analysis. That what exactly is data analysis and what's the importance of it in research. Whenever we're talking about research, the things come in our mind. That means we are finding solution of a problem. And to find the solution of a problem, the most important part is that is data. And after collecting the data, and there are various methods to collect the data, like questionnaire, interview, observation, scheduling. There are so many different techniques. Using those techniques, we will analyze, we will collect our data. After collection of data, we will analyze our data. And how we will analyze our data, how we will use statistical tool to analyze the data. The first and foremost thing, which is very important, that is we have to edit our data. Normally, what will be happen? The researcher will not focus on editing on data. How we will edit our data. In the process of data analysis, the first and foremost point is editing of data. What we will do while we are editing our data, we will check our questionnaire, that our questionnaire is properly filled by a researcher or not. For example, if I want asking the salary of my respondents, what happened? Somebody is writing 35,000 rupee per month, somebody is writing 50 lakh rupee per annum, somebody is writing $3,500 per month. And it is very difficult for me while analyze, क्योंकि यदि मैं इन सब चीजों को analyze करूंगा, तो my respondents are writing their response in different manner. So what will be happen? I have to make it in uniformity. So while I'm filling interview, I will edit the data. I will convert the data in a uniformity. For example, I want to know the income or salary of a person in what? In rupee, Indian rupee per annum basis. So suppose somebody is writing 50,000 rupee per month. So that means I will convert it into multiply by 12. That is 6 lakh rupee per month. If somebody is writing $3,500, that means I have to convert that dollar into rupee. So this is what first is what editing. After editing, or while you are collecting data through interview, what will be happen? Because of in interview you will use, in today's scenario you are using audio recorder, you are using video recorder, so you can listen it later on also. But if you are noting down on piece of paper, what happened? We use shortcut, we use short words. and might be after 1 month, 2 months, you are not able to recall that point. Ki what exactly meaning of this short form? So what will be happen? You will correct, you will edit your data on day-to-day basis when you are collecting simultaneously. After editing, the next point is what? Coding. You have to give coding your data. For example, if I am asking the qualification, the every person have different qualification. For example, BCom, BSc, BA Economics. Anybody can write anything. MA Economics, MBA Finance, BSc, whatever. What will be happen if I want to give these qualification into coding in the form of like suppose I am saying coding is what? BCom, BA, it all are undergraduate program. So I'll give 1 point. I'll give one. Coding is 1. Yeah, I can use UG, undergraduate. If I'm talking about MBA, if I'm talking about MA, if I'm talking about MSc and all, I will use 2, that is postgraduate. If somebody is doctorate, if somebody has professional degree, I can use 3, that is what? Higher education. So I can give coding. The next is what? Classification. I can classify our data into different logical basis. That is, first column is gender, second column is qualification, third column is income. This is what? Classification. Then fourth is what? Tabulation. The first important thing while we are analyzing our data is what? Tabulation. We using tabulation, we can easily understand the nature of data, what our data want to say. If I'll give you a scattered form of data, a huge Excel file, what will be happen? We are not able to understand what exactly meaning of it, what we can infer from it. Then what will be happen? If we are tabulate it, that means gender ko, if there are 3 gender, male, female and transgender, right? So I can tabulate like how many males, how many females, how many transgender. If I'm talking about how many undergraduate, how many postgraduate, how many professional. So with the help of tabulation, we can analyze it. Similarly, after processing of data, then we are come to the statistical tool like central tendency, dispersion, hypotesting, like one sample test, independent sample test, pair sample test, analysis of variance, chi-square test. There are so many tests. There are so many different tools with the help of we can find the infer or internal meaning of our data. So first and foremost thing is what? How we will analyze our data using softwares. There are so many tools like SPSS, Excel, R, Python, Tableau, MATLAB, Minitab, there are SAS, SATA, there are so many softwares. So today we are talking about how we will analyze our data using SPSS. Now I want to tell you, I want to introduce what exactly is SPSS. The most of you are very well aware with SPSS window, SPSS platform, but it is my moral duty that I have to introduce it again. So I'm opening the new file, new data file, so that I can easily explain you. Just a minute. Right. So I hope so it is visible to you all. Right. Now, this is what SPSS window. It is just similar to Excel. But what will be happen while we are using Excel? In Excel, each and every cell have their own system. That means every function is there. but we talking about SPSS, it is little bit different from Excel. Like, first of all, we have to introduce what? Our variable. So you can see, look at here, you can see here data view and variable view. Bottom left side, you just look at here, bottom left side, data view and variable view. Right? Data view and variable view. Now, when you click on variable view, you will find the name, type, width, decimal, label. There are so many things. And these all are required while you are introducing variable. Suppose I am introducing first variable that is gender. My first variable is what? Gender. The name of variable is gender. Then what type of this gender? It is numerical. It is a string. What? So definitely I will give coding like 0 means female, 1 means male. So I will take it numerical. Right. Then width of your variable. Then decimal part is there. No, I don't want decimal because of my variable is what? Either in the form of 0 and 1. So decimal is 0. Then label, I want to write here gender of students. Why I'm using, suppose I am writing like this GEN. GEN stands for journal, GEN stands for gender also. So suppose my variable name is GEN, so I can write it that in label gender of a student. Then this next column, that is values. You just click on values, you will find the ellipse sign in the cell. You just click on ellipse sign. After click on ellipse sign, one dialog box will appear and it shows value and label. I will write a 0. 0 shows what? Female. Female. I will edit it. मैंने इसको add कर दिया. Then I am writing 1. 1 represent what? Male. So that means I am creating labels, values, so that if I'll give 0, it shows female. If I'll give 1, it shows male. This is a part of coding, right? Then click OK. After that, the most important thing is what? Measure. You might have heard about there are 4 different type of measure. Number 1 is what? Nominal. Number 2, ordinal. Number 3, interval. Number 4, ratio. What will be happen when you will click on measure? You will find scale, ordinal, nominal. Because of in scale, we included both interval as well as ratio. So scale is basically a numerical value, right? So I will use, because of I am writing gender like 1 or 2, I will use nominal, right? Second is what? Suppose I am talking about exam score. After clicking exam score, then again it is a type of numerical variable. Then decimal is 0 because of I am going to take integer value. There is no label is what? Score of student. Scores of student. Now there is no यहाँ पर I am giving marks of student. That is why none. And what type of variable I'm using? Measurement is what? Scale. Because of it is numerical value. That is why scale. This is what? Creating variable. You can create n number of variables, right? After creating variable, if you will click on data view, you will find GEN and exam SCR. What is the meaning of GEN? If you will move your cursor on GEN, you will find gender of student. You can see it is visible, gender of student. If you will move your cursor on exam SCR, it shows a score of students, right? So this is what we, first of all, we create variable, then we are going to insert our data. And how we will insert our data? Just click here. 1 1 0 0 1 1. That means on the basis of your data you can insert. Similarly, examination score are like 23, 40, 55, 34, 26, 54, 41, 43, 38, 43, 55, 39, 50, and 19. We can insert our data very in easy manner. It is what? When we are directly inserting our data in SPSS. There's another thing also, there's another method also. You can import your Excel file. Suppose you have one Excel file जहां आपने अपना data insert कर दिया. In that case, you just click on file. Then you will find open. You will find open, then data. You can easily see data. Just click on it. Then you can select your data. You can see the Sista, Portable, Excel, Lotus, DBase, SAS. So you just click on Excel and you can select your file and click on open. Through this method, you can easily import your file. Right. Suppose I want to import one file. In this case, I am again clicking on it, file, open, data. That is what? Excel file. अब you have to reach on that point. आपको वहां जाना पड़ेगा where your data is saved, your Excel file is saved. Right. Student list of BCom first semester Excel. You just click on it and open. You will find that Excel file open in SPS. It will take time. Now, the read variable name in first row. If you have mentioned that variable name in first row in Excel file, you just click on it. If you directly insert data, you just unchecked of it. In my case, I have mentioned the variable name in that file. So I will check it and click OK. And you will find that Excel file open in this window. Have you got it? The Excel file open in what? SPSS. So with the help of this method, you can easily import your data. I hope so. It is clear to everyone. You just give your, I want to know your response and through text box. You just write in chat so that I can receive that you are able to understand or not. Yes, it is clear to all of you? Okay, that's great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is very clear, sir.
Right. Now we are moving towards how we will analyze data. I am opening one file so that you all will understand. Just a minute. Right. You will find that one SPSS file open in front of you. There are three columns: gender, exam score, and study hours. Right. I've collected data from college going students, and I asked them, you just tell me how many time you will spend on your studies. And I asked their examination scores. Similarly, I ask about their gender. So there are two category, male and female, and the examination score, then study hours, how much time they devote. Now, I told you one thing: the tabulation is foremost important thing. If I want to tabulate it, I want to know the frequency. So how will generate frequency? You just click focus it that you just click on analyze. When you will click on analyze, one menu pull down, and their options are like reports, descriptive statistics, tables, compare means, journal linear model. There are so many options. You just move to descriptive statistics. When you move to descriptive statistics, you will find first option, frequencies. You just click on frequencies. The one dialog box will appear. I want to know the frequency of gender. That means I want to know how many males are there and how many females are there. Right? You just click on OK. You just click on OK. You will find the one new sheet is open, and that is output. Right? That is known as output. Now, if you will see female 42, you can see here female 42, male 58, the total frequency is 100. If we're talking about percentage, so it gives percentage also, that is 42% female, 58% male. And what about valid percentage, 42 and 58? There is a difference between percentage and valid percentage. What's the difference in it? You just seen here statistics, gender, N, valid 100. What do you mean by valid? Because of there is no missing frequency. What will be happen? Sometime we will forget to enter the value in our sheet. That blank column, that blank cell is considered as a missing frequency, missing value. So similarly, we have total 100 observation, and 100 observation are valid. That is why your valid percentage and percentage both are same. There is no difference. Right? So with the help of this thing, you can easily calculate what? Frequency tables. You will easily generate frequency tables. चाहे डेटा आपका कितना भी बड़ा हो, you can easily generate frequency table. Now, if you want to do descriptive statistics, what exactly is descriptive statistics? Like mean, mode, median, standard deviation, variance, skewness, curtices. There are so many things. So using descriptive statistics, again what? Click on analyze, then descriptive statistics, then descriptive. You just click on descriptive. After clicking descriptive, the one dialog box will appear. And that is what? Gender, exam score, study hours. So I will take these two in descriptive statistics. Why I am not taking gender? I will discuss it in some time. Why I haven't take gender in variables. ठीक, अभी मैं नहीं ले रहा. And there is one story behind it. Why I am not taking it. After taking it, you just click on option. After clicking options, you will find mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, standard error of mean, range, variance, curtices, skewness, whatever you want to calculate, you just click on it. आपको जो भी चाहिए, you just click on it. After clicking, you just click on continue. What happened? After opening your database, you just click on analyze. There is one option, that is what? Descriptive statistics. In descriptive statistics, there is one option, that is descriptive. After clicking on descriptive, you will find this dialog box will open. And in left hand side, all variables you can see. और जिन वेरिएबल्स पे आपको स्टडी करनी है, डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टैटिस्टिक्स आपको कैलकुलेट करना है, यू जस्ट सेलेक्ट इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस एरो. दिस इज व्हाट? ट्रांसफर एरो. Then you just click on option, and what type of statistics you want to calculate, you just click check that those statistics. After clicking those statistics, you just click continue and click OK. What happened? My God. Exam score, study hours, because of we selected two variables, that is why two variables are here. And then what? N, number of observation. Then range, minimum, maximum, sum is total, mean, statistics, that is what? Average, and mean standard error of mean. Then standard deviation, variance, skewness, curtices. You can find easily. अब सोचिए कि आपका जो डेटाबेस है, you have 50 variables, और 50 variables की यही सारी चीजें आपको कैलकुलेट करनी है. How much time it will take manually? It takes lot of time. It takes lot of time. वहीं पे if you are using all these things, using what? SPSS, using software, you can easily calculate all the things on a single click. If you are talking about Professor Jaiswal, when he did their PhD, he know the pain of PhD, he know the pain of research, he know the pain of data analysis. क्योंकि हर चीज को मैनुअली कैलकुलेट करना, कैलकुलेटर से लॉग टेबल यूज करके. एंड व्हाट हैपेंड विद द सॉफ्टवेयर? इट बिकम्स सो इजी, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट ऑल अबाउट descriptive statistics. So we can easily calculate mean, standard deviation, variance, skewness, curtices, and all. Now again we are moving towards our table. Then analyze descriptive statistics. If you want to create cross tabs, that means 2-dimension table. For example, I will create some variable here. मैं आपके सामने एक वेरिएबल इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा हूं, राइट? यू जस्ट लुक एट हियर, दैट वेरिएबल इज व्हाट? फॉर एग्जांपल qualification. Again, it is numerical, but this is what? Ordinal, because of I am going to give coding like 1 for undergraduate, 2 for graduate, postgraduate, 3 for professional degree, right? And 4 for PhD. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is what is, it is an order. That is why ordinal data. जहां पर कोई ऑर्डर नहीं होता, कैन वी से कि मेल इज बेटर देन फीमेल और फीमेल इज बेटर देन मेल? नो, बोथ आर इक्वल. दैट इज व्हाई नॉमिनल, क्योंकि उसमें ऑर्डर नहीं है. Although there is 0 and 1, but I can't say कि 1 is greater than 0 or 0 is greater than 1, 0 is better than 1. No, I can't say. But in case of a qualification, can I say that postgraduate is more qualified as compared to undergraduate? Definitely. Can I say professional degree is more qualified or more respectable as compared to undergraduate? Definitely. PhD is highest degree? Definitely. So there is some order. That is why ordinal data. You have remember this thing. क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है, हम लोग काफी कुछ पढ़ लेते हैं लेकिन कुछ बेसिक चीजें होती हैं जो हमें याद नहीं रह पाती, या that is what I'm telling you what exactly is nominal, ordinal and scale. So I took this what qualification. क्वालिफिकेशन किस तरह का न्यूमेरिकल वेरिएबल है ये, और ये ऑर्डिनल डेटा है, एंड डेसिमल अगेन इज नो नीड. नाउ डेटा व्यू, you can see the qualification is blank. Yes or no? So this qualification, just a minute, give me a minute so that I can fill it. Okay, I have to generate numbers. Okay, there are 100 variables. यदि 100 को मैं fill करूंगा तो मजा नहीं आएगा. So I have another method to fill it. Just a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, जब तक ये टाइम लेता है, क्योंकि because of I am opening Excel file to fill this data, we can fill it manually so that we can save some time, right? Like we can fill 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2. I am filling randomly this data. There is no base, right? To explain you how we can create cross tab. Because of cross tab is very important. Right. So we are going to, create cross tab between qualification and gender. I want to know how many females are undergraduate, how many females are graduate. You can easily see. Now look at here. I will give value 1 for undergraduate, and 2 means postgraduate, 3 means professional, and 4 means PhD, right? Okay, now what will be happen, you can see how many male and female are just like this. Female is postgraduate, this female is postgraduate, this male is professional, this male is postgraduate, like this. And I want to create a table. Just click on analyze, descriptive statistics, then cross tabs, right? You can see all variables are here, and rows and columns. There are two things, rows and column. I'll give row, gender in row. and qualification in column. Gender in row and qualification in column. Just click OK. Just click OK. You can easily see. Is it visible to you all? Female, undergraduate. How many females are undergraduate? 8. How many female postgraduate? 19. How many female professional? 8. How many female PhD? 7. The total females 42. How many males undergraduate? 15. How many males postgraduate? 14. How many males professional? 17. How many male PhDs? 12. Total 58. If we're talking about total undergraduate, 23. Total postgraduate, 33. Total professional, 25. And total PhD, 19. Is it clear? Please write in chat box so that I can see. Any response? I'm not getting. Okay, I got your response. Now we analyze. Actually, I want to tell you one thing. We can divide our research into 3 different parts. Mostly three important part. Number 1 is descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics, where you are just describing the statistics, you are just describing the data. जो भी हमने किया, we are just describing कि what exactly is mean, what exactly is median, what exactly is mode. And the second is what? Diagnostic statistics, where we are going to diagnose the relationship between 2 things. कि यदि किसी में भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, कुछ चेंजेस हुए तो व्हाई इट्स हैपनिंग, कुछ भी रिएक्शन हुई तो व्हाई इट्स हैपनिंग. व्हेनेवर वी गो टू द डॉक्टर, वी आस्क कि सर डॉक्टर साहब ये हो गया, ऐसा हो गया, ऐसा हो गया. डॉक्टर पूछता है हमसे कल क्या खाया था, बिकॉज ऑफ वी वांट टू कोरिलेट डिफरेंट थिंग्स. ही वांट टू नो ऐसा क्यों हुआ होगा, क्योंकि डॉक्टर को पता है कि कोरिलेशन कहां कहां से हो सकता है. यदि उनमें से कोई सिम्टम हुआ, कोई चीज हुई, तो ही कैन इजीली एनालाइज. तो डायग्नोस्टिक स्टैटिस्टिक्स के अंदर वी विल कैलकुलेट कोरिलेशन. अभी जो अपन ने किया दैट इज डिस्क्रिप्टिव. वी आर जस्ट डिस्क्राइबिंग, वी आर जस्ट पोर्ट्रे. हम लोग पोर्ट्रे कर रहे हैं केवल कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज हैपेंड. हैपनिंग नहीं, हैपेंड, क्या हो चुका है अभी तक, दैट इज वी आर शोइंग. देन डायग्नोस्टिक, ऐसा हुआ तो क्यों हुआ, diagnostic. The next is predictive statistics. We are going to predict for future, where we studied about regression analysis. What we will do in regression analysis? We are predicting it. हम लोग predict करते हैं वहां पर, right? So अभी जो किया अपन है, that is what? Descriptive. Now we are moving towards most important part, that is what? Descriptive statistics. Sorry, diagnostic statistics, where we will diagnose the cause and relationship, causality, right? Okay, what will be happened? You just tell me one thing. I want to ask you, क्या ज्यादा पढ़ने से नंबर अच्छे आते हैं? How many of you are agree if I'll study more hours, I will score more marks in examination. If I'll study less hours, I will score less marks in examination. How many of you are agree? So I got 2 response, 4 response. In 4 response, 2 are agree and 2 are disagree. Great. And it is wonderful for me, because of we are going to check क्या ज्यादा पढ़ने से नंबर अच्छे आते हैं? तो that means what we are going to do? We are going to find the correlation. We are going to diagnose it कि क्या ज्यादा पढ़ने से नंबर अच्छे आते हैं. How we will analyze it? Using correlation. Using correlation we will analyze it. ठीक. अब correlation है, you already studied about Pearson correlation, Carl Pearson correlation. You already studied about Spearman rank correlation. Say yes or no. But there is a difference between Spearman rank correlation and Carl Pearson method. क्या difference है? Because of when we are talking about Pearson correlation, Carl Pearson correlation, it is parametric. When we are talking about Spearman rank correlation, it is non-parametric test. Pearson correlation, parametric. Spearman rank correlation, non-parametric. Why is it so? ऐसा क्यों होता है? So this is the base of what? This is the base of our parametric test and non-parametric test. There are certain assumption. हमारी कुछ assumptions होती हैं. उन assumption के basis पे ही हम इन चीजों को analyze करते हैं. Right? How many of you know aware with the parametric and non-parametric test? How many of you are aware? I will show you the through which we can easily understand what exactly is parametric test and what exactly is non-parametric test. This presentation is visible to you. Right. So, the typical assumption of parametric test. The typical assumption of parametric test. What are these typical assumptions? Number one is normality. Your data must be normal distributed. Your data must be normally distributed. And how we will check that our data is normally distributed? I will tell you. The second point is homogeneity of variance. That means data from multiple group have the same variance. The data from multiple group have the same variance. This is what? Homogeneity of variance. Then third is what? Linearity. कि data have linear relationship. What? Independence. कि all the dependent variable must be independent from each other. Right. We will discuss it one by one. Don't worry. You will understand each and everything. आप लोग आज खाली नहीं जाएंगे. Right. You will learn a lot. Now, first thing is what? How we will check normality of our data. कैसे हम चेक करेंगे कि हमारा डेटा नॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट है या नहीं है? क्योंकि रीजन क्या है, whenever we do research ना, सबसे पहले हम लोग क्या करते हैं, डेटा इकट्ठा करते हैं, डेटा को बस प्रोसेस करना शुरू कर देते हैं. We never go with that our data is normally distributed or not. जबकि this one is most important thing. Before applying parametric test, आपको उससे पहले चेक करना पड़ेगा your data is normally distributed or not. To check the normality, क्या करना पड़ेगा? There are few methods, that means skewness and kurtosis. Skewness and kurtosis की जो Z वैल्यू है उसको you will compare the Z value of skewness and kurtosis must be lie between 1.9 minus 1.96 to plus 1.96 कि आपकी जो values हैं skewness और kurtosis की जो values हैं that must be lie between minus 1.96 to plus 1.96. Next is what Shapiro will test p-value should be above 0.05. ये सेकंड मेथड है चेक करने का. यू कैन अप्लाई एनीथिंग, मतलब आप ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको ये सारे टेस्ट करने पड़ेंगे. यू कैन अप्लाई एनी वन ऑफ द टेस्ट. द थर्ड मेथड इज व्हाट? प्लॉट्स. That means you can draw either histogram, you can draw either normal QQ plots, you can draw either box plot. So with the help of visual things, you can easily analyze that your data is normally distributed or not. Right? Okay. We will apply our distribution. Just a minute. Okay, this is my Word file. And where is my data? It is my data. I want to check that my data is normally distributed or not. Is it visible to you all? SPSS? Right. Okay. Please note it down कि how we will check normal distribution. कि normal distribution कैसे check करते हैं? Please note it down. You just click on analyze. You just click on analyze. Then go to descriptive statistics. Go to descriptive statistics. Then again go to explore. There's one option that is explore. Click on explore. Click on explore. When you will click on explore, you will find your all variable in left hand side box. And I want to check examination score. Because of my examination score is depend on study hours. If it is my perception, it is my hypothesis. तो हाइपर टेस्टिंग तो बाद में करेंगे. आई वांट टू चेक कि माय एग्जामिनेशन स्कोर्स आर नॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड और नॉट. व्हाट आई डू, आई क्लिक ऑन एग्जाम स्कोर एंड मूव टू डिपेंडेंट लिस्ट. राइट. एंड आई नो दैट देयर आर टू genders. I want to check the normality of my data gender wise, male as well as female. So I will click on gender and move to factor. If you don't analyze your examination score without gender, you are considering examination score in a single category. कि मैंने जेंडर नहीं पूछा, मुझे तो केवल ये पता करना है कि माय एग्जामिनेशन स्कोर्स आर नॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड और नॉट, तो आप डायरेक्टली भी इसको कर सकते हो. राइट. लेकिन फॉर आई वांट टू एक्सप्लेन यू इन अ बेटर वे कि हाउ वी कैन यूज डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स आल्सो. दैट इज व्हाई आई एम टेकिंग जेंडर इनटू फैक्टर लिस्ट, क्योंकि दे आर फैक्टर्स ना, मेल एंड फीमेल. सिमिलरली मैं इनको क्वालिफिकेशन के बेसिस पे भी फैक्टर कर सकता था. Right, but I am doing on the basis of gender. Then click on plots. Then click on plots. There is one button that is plots. You just click on plots. There are option histogram. You just click on histogram and unchecked steam and leaf. Steam or leaf को हटा दो आप. You just click on histogram. Then there is one thing that is normality plot with tests. Normality plots with tests. मैंने क्या किया? I click on histogram, then I click on normality plots with test and click on continue. मैंने दो पे क्लिक किया है, histogram and normality test. Then click continue, then click OK button. It takes time in a processing, right? Now, this is what you can see explore our command which we applied. जो भी कमांड आपको यहाँ नजर आएगा, you just look at here. First of all, हमने frequency use किया था, frequency here. Then we use descriptive, descriptive is here. Then we use cross tab is here, right? Then we use explore, so explore is here. Now, in explore, there is one thing that is very important. This is what exam score, which we are going to analyze. And we factor it on the basis of what? Gender, male and female. So female is here, male is here, and you can see skewness and kurtosis. I told you skewness as kurtosis, right? This is what 0.128 is what statistics, and kurtosis the value is minus 0.518, and standard error is 0.365, 0.177, sorry, 717. Similarly, in case of a male, skewness is 0.57 and standard error is 0.34. What I'll do, I want to check it. मैंने इसको क्लिक किया क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन हमारे माइंड में आता है कि सर व्हाट ऑल द थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग इन आउटपुट विंडो ऑफ SPSS and how we will move it on Word file, Word document. You just click on it, you will find the red sign. जब आप इस पे क्लिक करेंगे, you will find red arrow. Press Ctrl C. Press Ctrl C and open Word document. या आपने Word document open कर लिया? Just click Ctrl V. You will find your file is here. Yes or no? Right. Now we are going to check that our data is, that means examination score, when we are talking about female gender, are normally distributed or not. The exam score when we are talking about male student, that is normally distributed or not. क्योंकि वहां पर PPT presentation में हमने क्या देखा था, what we have seen, कि that must be, the value of Z must be lie between what? Lie between what? Minus 1.962 plus 1.96. Have you remember it? The value must be between minus 1.962 plus 1.96. Now look at here. This is what the value, right? I want to check that not the, I'm talking standard 0 is equals to, you just divide it 0.128 divided by 0.365 is equals to, the value comes 0.350. 0, 0. This, I will write it here, just a minute now. Minus 962 plus 1.96. So we can easily say that our data is normally distributed. Is it clear? If your value of Z is more than 1.96 or less than 1.96, that means your data is not normally distributed. Clear to all of you? Okay. Now we are talking about male. Similarly, we can do 0.57 0.057 0.057 divided by 0.314 is equals to 0.18. Again, it is lie between minus 1.96 to plus 1.96. That means it is almost equal to about another term, that is 0.690 divided by 0.618 is equals to 1 point of this. Again, it is lie minus 1.962 plus 1.96. So we can easily say that our data is normally distributed. Agree with me? The second method is what? Shapiro-Wills test. You can look at here. Again, I'm copying it and going to paste into Word file. Control V. Now you just look at here. In case of Shapiro-Wills test, the significance value, just look at this 0.05 in both cases. So this is also saying that your data is normally distributed, right? If we're talking about the another method, that is what plot, you can see. You just look at here. The histogram. Histogram is also look like normally distributed curve or not. Normally distributed curve is known as bell-shaped curve. Bell. Now, this is what bell-shaped curve. Yes or no? It's look like normal distributed. So this is what normal distributed. So these are the method through which we can analyze that our data is normally distributed or not. Now we are talking about the another thing. क्योंकि हमारे पास में फर्स्ट मेथड था क्या कि हमारा डेटा नॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होना चाहिए या नहीं, तो नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है. The next point is what? Homogeneity. कि our data is होमोजेनिटी उसमें है या नहीं है. होमोजेनिटी मीन्स व्हाट? कि they are belongs to same population, they are belongs to population जिनका वेरिएंस क्या है, इक्वल वेरिएंस है, they have a equal variance. So there is one method, that is Levin's test of homogeneity. उसके basis पे we can analyze that our data is have equal variance or not, because of in our data set there are two category, male and female. In case of a male and female, are these group, male and female, I'm talking about their score, are belongs to same population जिनका variance same है, are belongs to population जिनका variance क्या है, same है, they are belongs to equal variance population. I want to check it. How we will check it? I want to tell you. Just click on SPSS file, then analyze, then one-way ANOVA. You just click one-way ANOVA, then I want to study about only examination score. Just click on option. There is one thing, that is what? Homogeneity of variance test. I'll repeat it again. I'm going to repeat it again. Just click on analyze, then compare means. In compare means option, in last option that is what? One-way ANOVA, one-way analysis of variance. Just click on one-way analysis of variance. After clicking one-way analysis of variance, you will find the all variable left hand side. I want to know the homogeneity of examination score, so I selected independent list, and the factor on which I am going to analyze is, that is what? Gender. That means male or female are belongs to same population or not. Then click on options. After clicking options, there is one option, that is what? Homogeneity of variance test. Homogeneity of variance test. You just click on it and click continue, then OK. Right, you can see it here. This is what? Homogeneity test. And what's the value of significance? That is 0.222. That is 0.222. It shows that the population, the group, that means male or female, are belongs to population have same variance. कि सेम वेरिएंस की पॉपुलेशन से एक्सट्रैक्ट किए हुए ये दोनों ग्रुप, मेल एंड फीमेल. तो दिस इज कॉल्ड होमोजेनिटी. और होमोजेनिटी टेस्ट हम कब करते हैं? व्हेन वी विल डू होमोजेनिटी टेस्ट, व्हेन वी विल चेक एनालिसिस ऑफ वेरिएंस. जब हम लोग एनालिसिस ऑफ वेरिएंस चेक करते हैं तब होमोजेनिटी टेस्ट करते हैं. यस और नो? नॉर्मलिटी इज कंपल्सरी फॉर ऑल. But when we are talking about analysis of variance, we are comparing mean of more than two sample. When we are comparing mean of more than two sample, then we will check homogeneity of variance. I hope so it is clear to all of you. I need your continuous feedback to move further. Right, great. If I'm not getting a message from your side ना, it is look like कि जैसे गाड़ी के अंदर पेट्रोल कम होता जाता है ना, तो गाड़ी की स्पीड कम होती चली जाती है. तो similarly your remarks, your comments, your chat will give me motivation, will give me power to continue this session. So you just writing, keep writing, you are getting or not, so that I can read it. Yes, my efforts is going in positive direction. So now we learn how we will check homogeneity. The another method, talking about the parametric test, that is what linearity. This is what somebody is asking some question. Can you write it again? I forgot, I missed your question. Okay. If you have any doubt, I want to tell you one thing. If you have any doubt, time, I believe in LIC policy. जीवन के साथ भी और जीवन के बाद भी. Similarly, my devotion towards you is just like workshop के साथ भी और workshop के बाद भी. What is the limit of significance? I think Abhishek ji ने एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था. I want to tell you, Abhishek ji, what will be happen जब हम लोग नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की बात करते हैं, सिग्निफिकेंस की बात करते हैं, हाइपोथेसिस, या एक काम करें, यू जस्ट वेट फॉर हाफ एन आवर व्हेन वी विल टॉक अबाउट हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग, क्योंकि अभी अपन ने हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग की बात नहीं कर रही. देन आई विल टेल यू द सिग्निफिकेंस, द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस, और ये सिग्निफिकेंस आता कैसे है, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली सिग्निफिकेंस, आई विल टेल यू. राइट? ओके. नाउ the next is what? Linearity. There must be a linear relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. आपका जो dependent variable है और independent variable में linear relationship होनी चाहिए. And this जो अपना assumption है, it works when we are talking about regression analysis. When we are talking about regression analysis, वहां पे लीनियर रिलेशनशिप होना जरूरी है. राइट? एंड द लास्ट इज व्हाट? इंडिपेंडेंस और डेटा आर इंडिपेंडेंट. कि सपोज आई एम सेइंग दैट गर्ल्स आर मोर इंटेलिजेंट देन बॉयज, girls are more regular than boys, girls are devoting more time for study as compared to boys. तो यहां पे my score, study hours are depend on gender, male or female. So if I am talking about the study hours, the intelligence, the marks, इन दोनों में आपस में they should not be interrelated. या मैं अभी बात करूं जो केस अपन ने डिस्कस किया है, मेल एंड फीमेल एंड एग्जामिनेशन स्कोर, तो जब मैं इसको सेपरेट करूं तो देयर शुड नॉट बी लाइक दिस. यदि गर्ल्स के स्कोर ज्यादा आ रहे हैं तो बॉयज के स्कोर्स भी ज्यादा आएंगे. there should not be relationship between score of girls and score of boys. Got your point? वहां पर वो चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए. This is what interdependency. So you just keep in mind, जब we are talking about parametric test, the first foremost important thing is what? Our data should be normally distributed. Number two, homogeneity of variance. They must be, all group must be belongs to same variance population. Number three, there must be a linear relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. Number four, the dependent variable must be interdependent. Like there is no dependency, interdependency nahi honi chahiye. I am talking about the between dependent variables. Definitely independent or dependent variable के बीच में तो होगा. But when I'm talking about the all independent variables, sorry, all dependent variables, there should not be dependency. कि गर्ल्स के मार्क्स ज्यादा आ रहे हैं तो बॉयज के ज्यादा आएंगे, गर्ल्स के मार्क्स कम आ रहे हैं तो बॉयज के कम आएंगे. There should not be like this. Right? So these are the four important assumptions regarding parametric test. Now we are talking about the parametric test. ठीक है कि पैरामेट्रिक करते कैसे हैं. तो सबसे पहले we are talking about the correlation. अभी ये केस मैंने आपसे सामने मैंने पुट किया था और आपसे पूछा था, एंड सरप्राइजिंगली आंसर्स भी मुझे काफी अच्छे मिले. दैट इज व्हाट, इज देयर एनी रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन एग्जामिनेशन स्कोर एंड स्टडी आवर्स? I want to repeat your response. Is there any relationship between examination score or study hours? Say yes or no. Asha ji ne kaha no. Priya is saying yes. Shilpa is saying no. I am focusing on those person who are saying no. Yes, yes, yes. Keep writing. Those who are saying no, there is no correlation between study hours. Yes, Gunjan Agrawal is saying no, there is no correlation between study hours and examination score. Okay. Now just we are focusing on it. Right. So we have examination scores and study hours. हमारे पास ये दोनों चीजें हैं. When we have examination scores and study hours, so we will check कि there is relationship or not. कैसे check करेंगे? Please note it down. Just click on analyze. Just click on analyze. Then there is one term, correlation. Then again bivariate, because of we have two variables. When we have two variables, that is why bivariate. You just click on bivariate correlation. You will find this dialog box. Now I want to find the correlation between examination score and study hours. So I will move my variables into variables. So I selected those variables and examination score and study hours. And there are, some different method, Pearson, Candles, Spearman. There are 3 different methods. But I will click on Pearson. Why I'm using Pearson? Because of my data is normally distributed. Have you remember when we checked our data is normally distributed? That is why I'm using Pearson. क्योंकि जो पैरामेट्रिक जो अपने टेस्ट हैं उसकी पूरी जो रिक्वायरमेंट है, जो अजम्पशंस हैं, हमारा ये डेटा उसको फुलफिल कर रहा है. दैट इज व्हाई आई एम यूजिंग Pearson. Suppose my data is not normally distributed. In that case, I will not use Pearson. उस केस में मैं Spearman rank correlation ही use करता. Right? So I click on Pearson. Then click OK. You can see this window, table. That is what correlation table. I'm just copying it and taking it into Word document so that my pen to explain you. Right? You just have a look. Yes. So I hope so it is visible to you all clearly. And what happened? This is 2 by 2 table. And this part is what one. We know it very well कि जब we are talking about same variable, तो उन same variable के बीच में हमेशा correlation 1 आता है. If we're talking about the correlation between study hours and study hours, again, that is 1. If we're talking about the correlation between examination score and study hours, examination score and study, अब ये कैसा correlation है? Very high positive correlation है या नहीं है? Yes or no? It is very high positive correlation because of the value is 0.956 and the value of correlation is lying in -2. No. There's no correlation. So very high positive correlation. Then what's the meaning of it? 0.000. इसका मतलब क्या है? This is the value of P. This is the value of P. And it shows that when we are going to check, when we are going to conduct correlation test, so there must be some hypothesis in our mind. And what exactly is hypothesis? Hypothesis means assumption. Hypothesis means perception. अब ये assumption और ये perception आते कहां से हैं? It is not like this कि मैं ध्यान में बैठ गया and I am concentrating, I am doing meditation and suddenly some thought came into my mind. It is not like this. Then what exactly is happening? While we are doing research, while we are doing PhD, while we are doing writing research paper, definitely we go through different journals, different research paper. And on the basis of that research paper, some thoughts come into our mind regarding our problem, regarding our research. And those thoughts, those points give some hint. वो चीज हमें कुछ hint देते हैं वहां पर. Yes or no? वो चीज हमें क्या देंगे? They give some hints. और जो hints हमें मिल रहा है, जो thoughts हमें मिल रहे हैं, the thoughts is known as hypothesis. मैं बहुत layman language में बात कर रहा हूं. I'm not giving you very heavy jargons. I'm talking to you in a layman language. कि like मैंने पढ़ा हुआ है, my parents always says ज्यादा पढ़ोगे अच्छे नंबर आएंगे. My teacher always says ज्यादा पढ़ाई करोगे अच्छे नंबर आएंगे. तो जब आई एम गोइंग टू एनालाइज इट कि वाकई जिन लोगों ने ज्यादा पढ़ाई की उनके अच्छे नंबर आए या नहीं आए, आई वांट टू चेक इट. तो hypothesis come in mind. Of what exactly hypothesis? They are two variables: examination score and study hours. They are two variables. Or when we are talking about hypothesis, we can divide our hypothesis into two categories: null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Yes or no? Null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So in this case, my null hypothesis what? There is no association between examination score or study hours. कि दोनों में कोई रिलेशनशिप नहीं है. ज्यादा पढ़ो कम पढ़ो मत पढ़ो, मार्क्स तो जो आने वो ही आने हैं. Right? This is what my null hypothesis. And what is my alternative hypothesis? There is association between examination score and study hours. अब ये association positive है या negative है मुझे नहीं पता. ये after testing मुझे पता लगेगा. But there is association. उनमें कुछ relationship है. But according to null hypothesis, there is no relationship. Got it? And why is it so कि हमने null hypothesis में ये लिया, there is no association? Because of when we are talking about null hypothesis, we always keep it unbiased. We always think that there is no difference, there is no relation. और जिस चीज को हमें चेक करना होता है, we take into the alternative hypothesis. If I am saying, if Professor Jaiswal is saying कि my scholars have 70 or more than 70% marks in their postgraduate program. That means I am talking about you all. You have 70 or more than 70% marks in your post graduation. If I am going to check it, कि वाकई है या नहीं है, अच्छा 70 or more than 70, I want to check it. Yes, I request you all, सब लोग अपनी मार्कशीट लेके आना पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट की. I want to check it. लेकिन why I'm going to check it, I keep in my mind that the average marks which I am going to calculate on the basis of your mark sheet is equals to 70. मैं unbiased हो गया, मैं उनकी बात का ट्रस्ट कर रहा हूं. क्या equals to 70? I am using equals to. And the rest of the thing goes into the alternative. Similarly, you all are very well qualified, you all have an idea about SPSS. फिर भी सर ने कहा कि मैंने सर से रिक्वेस्ट की, प्लीज गिव मी अ चांस, आई वांट टू इंटरेक्ट विद योर स्टूडेंट्स एंड फैकल्टीज and I will discuss about SPSS. You already have an idea about it. What he did, उन्होंने एक टेस्ट कंडक्ट कर लिया. टेस्ट कंडक्ट किस पे टेस्ट कंडक्ट किया? SPSS पे, कि आप लोगों को कितनी नॉलेज है. उन्होंने वो टेस्ट कंडक्ट करके उन्होंने एक रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन कर लिया. फिर आफ्टर हैविंग माय डिस्कशन, जब मेरा डिस्कशन हो गया आप लोगों से, अगेन ही कंडक्ट वन मोर टेस्ट. अब जब दोबारा पढ़ने के बाद, मेरे सेशन लेने के बाद आप लोग एग्जाम देंगे, तो क्या आपके मार्क्स इंक्रीज होने चाहिए, डिक्रीज होने चाहिए, या सेम रहने चाहिए? जस्ट राइट इट डाउन क्विकली. इंक्रीज. Only one person is saying increase. Okay, right. लेकिन while he is going to check, he is going to analyze, he become again unbiased कि डॉक्टर अवस्थी का आप सेशन करवाएंगे तो मेरे स्कॉलर्स पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. वो जिनकी जो एवरेज मार्क्स उनके बिफोर सेशन थे, एवरेज मार्क्स आफ्टर सेशन भी उतने ही रहेंगे. दैट मीन्स नो इंक्रीमेंट, नो डिक्रीमेंट. ना तो मार्क्स बढ़ेंगे ना कम होंगे, इक्वल रहेंगे. दिस इज व्हाट, ड्यू टू अनबायस्ड. हम ये मानते कोई रिलेशनशिप ही नहीं है, कुछ चेंज होगा ही नहीं, ड्यू टू अनबायस्ड. राइट. और ऑल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस में क्या होगा कि नहीं, इंक्रीज होने चाहिए. सेशन करवाया है, यदि बच्चों ने 3 घंटे 4 घंटे डिवोट होके पढ़ा है, तो देयर मस्ट बी इंक्रीमेंट इन देयर मार्क्स, देयर मस्ट बी इंक्रीमेंट इन देयर नॉलेज, देयर मस्ट बी इंक्रीमेंट इन देयर स्किल्स. You got my point? This is what null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Right? Or I think so you need a break now. Are you sure? Should we continue or give a 30-minute break? All of you?
Sir, but it will be better that we can break this session.
Right.
जी, जी.
Okay. I got two response. One is saying continue, another is saying break.
Actually, sir, until and unless we will not break this session and close this WebEx, we will not get the two attendance separately.
Okay,
So
okay.
simultaneously we are taking the attendance, and in first session we have the separate attendance, and the second session we have the separate attendance.
Okay.
That's why technically there should be, sir, break.
Right. So we should leave this meeting, right?
Okay, sir. Okay, that will be
And then
fine, sir.
we will connect it again.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Sir,
Thank you.
at 3 o'clock might be we can meet.
Yeah, sure. Before 3 o'clock, I will join.
Okay, that's fine, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, sir. Thanks.
Welcome.
Welcome, sir.